All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Now, I remember when they first were like whispering about this event, about the whole JJK collab, and a lot of people thought it was kind of not gonna happen. And then we all got that survey on like what heroes we would want to see or what players we would want to see, this and that. And now it's been what, like 6 months, 7 months, and here we are. The JJK collab. Raz, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? So we're gonna be doing these polls, and then we're gonna be watching some ML stuff. Can you gift these? I don't think you can gift these, can you? You can't gift these, can you? How? What do you random draw it and then gift it? Like if you get it, you can send it as a gift? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I got 10k diamonds to spend on this. Do we get something out of it? Stop the cap, bro. Bro. People need to stop inviting me, bro. What do you mean? How does one gift this? Bro, don't talk about Ritz like that, John. You gotta chill, bro. We're protective over Ritz here. Me, G, all the other boys. No. No compliments. No compliments and no hate. It has to be completely neutral when it comes to Ritz. Should we start pulling? Do we start pulling? Hold on. Let's share the stream real quick. Let's share the stream real quick, guys. I put my computer on a bigger desk. It's so much nicer, bro. So much nicer. The room feels much better. I'm ordering some shelves soon and stuff like that, guys. Like, I really want to make this garage feel more like a room to myself. But already, just the way I've moved some stuff around, I have so much more space, and it just feels... I centered my desk in more of the middle. Before it was like... Before, we were right here, guys. The camera was like right dead ahead. Now, we're over here, and I'm on a much bigger table. It's very nice. It's very nice, guys. It's very nice. Hold on, we gotta share the stream, bro. So we're gonna do these polls, and then we're just gonna, watch day 3 of MPL, guys. That's the plan right now. Do these polls, and watch day 3. I like the soundtrack. Is 10k diamonds gonna be enough, you think, guys? I got these diamonds for free from Moonton. We gotta make it work, guys. We gotta make it work. Do I skip the animation or not? Good morning, guys. Good morning. $5K for one skin? $5K? Holy crap. All right, so we're gonna pull our first one at half off. Don't show me this again. Boom, we get a skin on one roll. Nope. Should I do all single pulls? No, it's cheaper to do the 10 pulls. All right, let's do it. Is this a perm? All right, so we got the emoji. That's 12 pulls, right? 12 pulls. 12 pulls. 22 pulls. So, fun fact, I'm going to be... I was so mad I wasn't recording. I pulled the Esmeralda superhero skin on, like, pull 20. I did 2 10 rolls, and I pulled it, and I wasn't streaming. I was just messing around. Why do I have a cursor? Because I'm using BlueStacks right now. I'm on my computer. I didn't feel like hooking up my phone, guys, so I'm just using BlueStacks to do the pulls, because I'm not actually going to play after this. Here, you want me to fix it? Here. I can get rid of my cursor, bro. Does it feel more legit now, guys? All right, 32 pulls. Come on, bro. We already got that. We got a border. 32 pulls. Bro, cheating on MLBB. It's not that serious. I don't know what skin we're getting. Well, I want the girl. I want homegirl. Or I want I'm having a mind, guys. I fucking read JJK and I can't even remember the names. I don't really want Itadori or Gojo. Let's put it that way. I want one of the other two. You can pull it, can't you? Can't you pull it? I know you get to buy it, but can't you pull it? I want Fushiguro, yeah. I want Fushi. They're 1,200? What a rip, bro. They're killing me, Smalls. ASAP Shees, what's up, man? 1,200? We're just gonna keep pulling, bro. I keep getting the same emojis, bro. I keep getting the same emojis. Come on. Give me some smoke here, bro. Give me some smoke. Well, let's look at this. So far, we've spent, we're in closing on to 5K. 3 more pulls, and we've spent 5K. Yeah. Bro, these things are way too expensive, bro. Costs more than 5K. I can get one now. Oh, okay. We got the Itadori, though. Sheesh. I don't know which one I want, bro. Everyone's gonna hate me, bro. Everyone's gonna hate me. Don't fucking judge me, guys. I just feel like this is the only one I might actually play. I don't play any 3 of these heroes. Yep. Everyone's gonna judge me. Judge away! We went for our girl. What's funny? Bro, we haven't, in the manga, we have not seen Nobara in like, bro, we haven't seen Nobara in like, I gotta say like maybe 20 chapters. We haven't seen Nobara in like 20 chapters, yo. Nobara's not dead, no, bro. I don't think so. Sometimes I forget, bro. Nobara dies? No, bro. Does she? I can't remember. Bro, the chapters come out so slow, sometimes I just forget stuff. Oh, she does die. How did I forget that, bro? I gotta reread, bro. It happens so fast, though. What chapter is that, bro? Hold on, bro. Beth chapter. What chapter is it, bro? 125? Bro, that shit happened a while ago. What? That's why I don't remember it. It happened so long ago, bro. What was going on in that chapter, bro? Oh my god, that was all the way back then? She's dead then. She's like full-blown fucking dead, bro. She's not coming back. I gotta reread JJK, bro. This is the problem with reading some of these mangas, like chapter for chapter, because they come out like every 2 weeks. Bro, whatever, guys. I'm sorry. That bitch is dead. I'm sorry if I spoiled for you guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry if I spoiled. You want real spoilers? The chapter that just dropped, oh, it caught me off. I'm going to be honest. I don't get caught off guard by what's going to happen. Yeah, bro, that chapter's like over like almost a year old, bro. Is the anime not caught up to? I mean, I know it's not caught up, but is the anime? Has Gojo been sealed yet in the anime? Has Gojo been sealed yet? Oh, so he hasn't been sealed yet. Okay, so you guys haven't even gotten to that arc yet. Never mind. No, Raz is like, stop spoiling. Raz, you have to know some of this stuff, bro. How do you No, you got to keep watching. I won't spoil anything more. Bro, you had to have known that that was going to happen. There's no way you go online in any sort of... If you are involved in any anime communities on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, you at least knew that that was going to happen. I'll tell you this, Gojo isn't dead, but everyone knew that he was going to be sealed. He's not a demon. No. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. He just gets put in a box, bro. He gets put in a box. He doesn't get killed. It's the only way. He's unbeatable. It's the only way that the bad guys could beat him. They had to put him in a box, which makes sense, right? Because you have such an OP character, like everything would just get wrapped up. Like there would be no big bad guys if he was around. I only got one more pull, guys. If I don't get 200 here, I only got 105. You got to be kidding me, bro. I'm going to have to buy a couple more diamonds. Why IRL streaming is popular in West? I don't know. I don't watch a lot of IRL. Unless it's like hot tubs, jacuzzis, and time machines on Twitch or something. I'm just joking. Wait, was the last season of JJK the season where him and Nobara fight the Cursed Wombs? Is that the last season, bro? Cursed Wombs? It is. Because that's where I started reading the manga from there. Honestly, though, I feel like I'm wondering. My thing right now, especially like the chapter that just dropped, I'm wondering if Jujutsu Kaisen will like end in the next year. Like if this arc is like if the bad guy that we're seeing is the bad guy. Like and with the way mangas and animes are nowadays, like that is really common. Like there's just one major plot line and that's it after that. I'm wondering if that's what this is going to be or if like it'll keep going. The fact that I mean it's 213 chapters is pretty long for manga nowadays, I feel like, but I'm not going to lie. I kind of miss the ongoing animes, like especially with something like Jujutsu Kaisen, where you could have multiple arcs and like different overlaying arcs and different major bad guys. Like, I know Frostburn, we're gonna watch old MPL. We're gonna watch yesterday.
RSG Slate Philippines and Onyx Philippines. And what's interesting to note is they won their championship.
I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I get so mad when people spoil for me too.
That's true. The drafting here
Wait, did the new One Piece chapter drop, bro? Ooh, new One Piece chapter dropped. Bro, just read the manga, Raz. Stop being a little...
Yeah, it shouldn't be that big of a change, though, for Coach Panda. We all know before Demon Kite started using a lot more of Bombans and Barretts and tanks.
Just read the mangas, bro. Grow up. It's time to grow up, man. When you get older, you won't have time to watch. Raz said, a little what? I'm sorry.
For the rest of RSG Slate PH and, well, for Onyx
Just read the manga, bro. When you get older, you won't have time to watch anime, and you'll just have to read. That's what it is for me. I just don't have time. I don't have time to watch anime. Like, to sit down and watch 3 episodes in an hour when I can read, like, 20 episodes worth of anime in an hour, like, it's just... I lay in my bed before I go to sleep, and I read a bit. Send a kid. What's up, bro?
This is gonna be. There's a good chance that the first free picks do get a lot of attention to the jungler of RSG. But right now, though, we kind of have to keep in mind as well how strong the mid lane and the gold lane of Onyx is.
It's true. So like Mappa does a great job with JJK. It's really similar to like Demon Slayer, because honestly, the Demon Slayer manga is kind of mid. Like, it's really not. Like, the storyline's nothing crazy. There's nothing, like, all that deep or, like, great about it. But it's, like, one of those few where you're, like, the anime is much better than the manga. Where in a lot of cases, the manga is better. But for JJK, and I feel like, and for Demon Slayer, the anime blows it out of the water. I'm not talking down on your anime, bro. I grew up since I was like 12. Over 10 years of watching anime for me, bro. I'm a Naruto fan, bro. I'm the worst of the worst, bro.
RSG Slate Philippines is the new sub-coach, or the new assistant coach is Coach Ryzen.
Yeah, I already pulled, Sin. I already pulled. It's expensive as shit. I'm gonna have to... I had 10k diamonds. I got 1 skin, and I'm 100 things away from getting a second skin. So it would come out to about like 14k diamonds to get 2. Bro, because Naruto fans are the worst, bro. We're toxic. Naruto and One Piece fans are like the root of all evil, bro. You have the Naruto fans, you have the One Piece fans, like us, old school fans, and then you have the New Age fans too that are the elitists who don't watch Naruto or One Piece.
And I feel like it's a strong point here for RSG if they pick.
I don't hate Boruto. The anime is garbage. The anime is garbage. The manga's readable. It's readable. I read it. It's on my favorites on my Shonen Jump app. The anime is like, we thought the Naruto filler was bad. Boruto is probably going to go down in history as the worst to have the highest percentage of filler ever. Chainsaw Man is peak. I read Chainsaw Man a year ago. A year ago.
6 months, top global #1.
That is not an easy thing to do for sure.
Homie lives and breathes Kadira.
I really like Nats.
Water at this point, right? Yeah. And now Light is very comfortable, obviously, with this show. Surprised that Onyx didn't actually ban this out. But then again, there were a lot of bannables here against RSG. Maybe that's the reason.
My hero's okay. It's too rushed. It felt too rushed. It was such a big world. The problem with My Hero was it had such a big world and so much possibilities for character development and world development, and then it just kind of, And then it just... My Hero had the opportunity to be a really great, I think, ongoing, slow-paced anime with decent arcs throughout the whole thing, and now it's almost over, and I'm just kind of like, wait, what?
Pure damage output here with just good positioning from this
They spent a bunch of time on tournaments and back-to-back weird random stuff that they could have spent on like deeper character development stuff.
Kind of read already by Onyx PH. I love it. Looks like kiddos have done their homework in this one. And definitely a huge threat here is H2O.
Am I going to M5? It's going to be in December, first of all. This year it's happening in December. Even if I don't get invited, I think I'm going to go. Even if I don't go as a caster, I think I'm going to go.
I feel like 10 steps ahead, that's when you're overthinking it. But right now, they're just going for the fundamental answers, knowing what they know about RSG Slate PH, and of course H2, how he plays around here. So they're going to do their best to sort of temper that. But what I like about it is that they're not overly committing and answering one specific thing. There's enough room.
No, it's in December.
So far with their picks and what else is left on the table for them to switch the.
It was on the announcement. It's happening in December. It normally always happens in January, but it said December on the roadmap.
They're looking for a good hunter. They need something to hunt down.
I don't think December's I would rather it be in January because of Christmas and stuff like that.
They're gonna need
like it would have to be early December if it happens in December. I don't know. We'll see.
Now, whoever RSG picks up as their goal later,
it either needs to happen in like the first 2 weeks of December or it needs to happen in January.
We haven't really seen much gold lane bans, save for, of course, the 1-1 and the Melissa at this point. And they haven't shown up. So Carrie's still out there. Beatrix is still out there. So many choices.
Yeah, Brody, Claude, all the top tier marksmen are still on the table pretty much. There's the Martyrs taken away by RSGPH. I like that.
Dang, I can't believe the One Piece. I forgot the One Piece chapter dropped. I really want to watch. I really want to read it.
Annoying combos to deal with is a Diggy Valentina and a Martis roaming together because of how much crowd control they can chain. You get pulled back, you get terrified. The moment the Marta starts spinning around a little bit, yeah, there's almost no escape. We see a Brody getting hovered and they pick it up right away. So it makes RSGPH again think twice, a little bit more about picking up the Claude and Assassin maybe.
I like that RSG has a good memory because this Marius has been very proficient in the hands of Sensui the previous season. And yeah, that's just one less thing for them to worry about here. Definitely a very front damage heavy lineup here for Onyx. They might need a really
all right, what do we got here?
Right now,
Kakadu picking up the Diggy was very solid. Very solid.
Yep.
Deals with the Kadita, deals with does Time Journey nullify the grab?
What's Eman gonna play?
Does Time Journey nullify grab?
So it might be a Beatrix and
Question mark.
Or they might even go Fredrin, who's actually still available.
Nom.
Let's see if they will. Yep,
there's the Fredrin,
and there's the Beatrix.
No Assassin H2 for the day. He's starting to
He killed messaged me on Instagram today.
Yeah, it seems like
he asked me for information on the NACT lineup, and I was like, bro, just go clip my streams. Nah, here I sent him the link, but then I was like, you need to clip my stuff more, bro. Raul Hirato, thank you. It does nullify the grab. Okay.
You mentioned the Barretts. The Barretts looks really good, yeah. Unless they're going to go all in, and it's a bit of a risk. They can still bring back the bomb.
RSG was good spring last year. What happened, bro? What happened?
That's like MSC feels. Pure damage lineup here.
Yeah, but that's over-reliance on the Diggy if that's the case.
I like it. I like RSG. RSG is like one of the underdog I would say like one of the mid-tier PH teams that I'm a fan of.
Is it a jungle grok a la Carl Teasy?
Yeah, it's a jungle grok. It's looking like it.
All right.
Oh, well, on screen, that's our predictions on both desks, English and Filipino. Watch out for the smart power prediction.
Onyx looked good though yesterday against Omega.
Only have until the timer runs out.
They looked okay.
With the hashtag power of smart. One lucky person guesses correctly will win a redeemable in-game code. Remember, keep an eye out for the poll. Now with this last pickup, the Grok. Rock, you were saying they need amount of peel. But how about some damage as well? That's both.
That is both. Actually, that's why I mentioned.
You know what I love about MPL PH and just like MPL ID? That's one of the big differences from their events to NA, and I hope NA starts to do it. The amount of random spice that comes in, and like I know Jungle Grok is like it's not like unheard of, but in NA, you just don't see plays like that happen. Everyone kind of really sticks to it. And this is kind of one of the things that I mentioned before like one of the issues with NA, our depth of draft. Like,
Imagine layering that well.
we're
with the
very
jungler
one-dimensional. I've said it
and
before,
that
and I
can do
think I'm
wonders in the
hoping
lane.
this year we kind of evolve past
You
that.
have to look at the past, though. On paper, it sounds good, it looks good, but the last time we saw a Grok in the jungle, it struggled.
Here we go, game one between RSG Slate, Philippines, and Onyx PH. Look at this. Light and Exort already crossing through.
Man, Kekedot doing a pretty good job of putting down.
Mon's got to be
this
careful here, bro.
Beatrix. Again, huge comfort pick here. For
Diggy's
MLBB.
so annoying in the goal,
Very
bro.
extensively in the past season.
Like,
And,
he's
yeah,
like the
this is right
bane
way
of
to do
Marksman's
so.
existence.
We're gonna have to.
The reverse
he's gonna have to
time, the
put a pause
pullback
the
on
mid
his
lane,
on his
'cause
skill
with
too,
Rock
and then the
there,
poke with the
it's a no-go
bunnies,
zone.
with the bombs.
That's what allows.
It's just like
Onyx
he's
Philippines
honestly
to gain
like
a little bit of momentum.
one of the
Look at
perfect
the
heroes, I
headlights.
feel like,
Same
for like
good
the
team fights.
combo.
It's hard to get a one-up over Onyx Philippines, but now look, they're continuing the pressure. Onyx PH winning the gold lane.
It's just going to be this traditional double gold start with a Diggy paired up with a Brody. There have been multiple times where that showed up in MPL Philippines Season 10, and most of the time, it will be that duo winning the gold lane, especially for one Cho. It'll be quite difficult.
Guys, there's
So
so
later
much
on, you'll see
space
RSG
here now. I love
RSG
it.
Slate
I got a bigger
balance that
table
out by
for my
committing
computer and
more
everything.
ganks onto the gold lane just so that
It's
they can
freaking
help Emma a little bit
beautiful.
further and potentially
Beautiful.
delay the eventual scaling of one Brody.
Yeah, because this is the reason why this is so strong is because just to
Ken in the
imagine
house?
the amount of
Member in the
distance that
house?
Brody can make
What's up, Ken?
against a Beatrix, coupled with it's so hard for a Beatrix to position herself.
Yeah.
With these time bombs all around, so even with light there, just
Do I live on
bombing these
Facebook?
bombs,
Not
he's gonna
anymore,
low
bro.
a
I
lot
used
of
to way
times,
back, Prim.
and he has to
Way
consider where
back,
the
like 2
Brody is.
years ago.
And that puts Light and the rest of RSGPH in a very
I left
interesting
Facebook
position.
streaming a while
Speaking
ago,
of which,
man.
down bottom, though, Exort bursting down there, making this
I've
turn
thought about
over the-
multi-streaming on it.
Ah, no goes on to the bot lane, but we are going to go on top side.
Uh-oh,
to be
uh-oh.
Again, stymied here.
Super
by
friends,
the
super
Diggy.
friends.
The power of the Diggy here. Light is playing with fire here. He's going to be able to make it out.
Super friends
alive,
should have brought out
though,
the
but then
sniper.
Again, still a lot of gold being
Uh,
equalized
When's
by
NACT? It starts
RSG
next
Slate.
month, beginning of next month.
All escaping
Soon.
with just a hit of their lives.
Like
It's
a week
good
or
thing
two,
that
bro.
They were able to secure that turtle. That extra shield given to the team is what ensured that Light will be able
That
to
was clutch.
escape that. So clutch.
But wait, check that tier 1 turret up top, though. Look at that. What?
It was put down so low.
Did
Yeah,
you see
It's
that?
like 2 weeks.
it's inevitable at this point. That's expected, and I'm sure RSG
My
will
casting
know
to get an
that.
MSC, I don't know,
Again,
bro.
the perks of the Brody
Hopefully,
pick
but
right
I
now
don't.
being shown.
I don't know.
Time Journey and
They'll.
Flicker being
They don't
kept an
announce
eye on
casters
it.
for that.
Just
They'll
make
start
sure
reaching out to
that,
casters
you don't get
towards
any
the end
casualties
of
on the top side, but this will be an
MPL
opening
Season
for
1
RSG
and
to maybe
NACT and all
equalize
that
some of
stuff.
gold loss on top.
Yeah, and speaking of equalize, that's why the first rotation of Exart was actually down to
I
the
don't know
bottom
if they'll
lane,
invite a
because
NA
they know
caster
that their gold lane
for,
is having a difficult time. He
for
tried to
MSC.
balance it
It's
out
a long
with
way.
the gank onto
It's a
there,
lot of
but
extra
Bren
money.
was able to flicker away, but now you see Exart going into the gold lane much more often.
Man, H2O on the
They would have to
front
really
picks
want
here,
my
doesn't
sound.
he?
Like,
Plays
and
so
for
differently
MSC,
than
it's
what I'm
much
used
different
to.
than
Whenever
Worlds.
I see his name tag.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to
It's much more
casting,
reserved,
it's
very
not like they're like
focused
trying to
down.
get a
If you're
wide
targeting
variety of
sides,
regions.
RSG knows
They're
they
looking,
can't rush
they
into
want to have a
because
specific
of
sound
the
on the
lead that
desk.
this, Brody
Like,
has,
what's
they
their
just
goal
have to be
this
very
MSC?
Oh, that was
Wait a
good
second.
release of the Bennett's Rage, but
That's it,
man,
GG's.
not going to be enough to stop Onyx.
Oh!
For first blood, make that
Bro,
two
Onyx
on
PH
top and the turret to
is
boot.
looking good.
4H2, a little too late to the party.
They're
Didn't
looking
want
good.
Any part of that. Onyx PH scores not just first blood, not 2 kills, but also that tier 1 up top.
Yeah, and that's a massive gambit played by Dare. I mean, it wasn't a gambit. He knew exactly what he was doing. He quickly cleared the bottom lane, knowing that all he's going to be giving
It's that new
now
logo,
is
bro.
just a little bit of gold, because they know they're going to have a massive win up top if he went up there. Was
That
a
new
great
logo's
call by
doing the
Dare.
job,
That's
bro.
Onyx to all in the top side.
Yeah, they play around with tempo, and they got what they wanted. This Lord is going to be taken out by H2, though. You can't mess with this. Y'all can't go with a red tree. We're equal on levels. I'll still get ahead. And it looks like Sensui just kind of left hanging there.
Even with the HP scaling that a Retribution gains between a Grok and a Fredrin, H2O still got the Retribution down. Again, this is what you get with an assassin player playing a utility jungler.
Yeah, so far, so good.
So it is H2O. It's not H2WO.
hit different, but it seems like it's a hit that you're willing to take, and you're actually happy that you got hit because so far, H2 looking good.
Yeah, but Onyx, of course, will still be ahead in gold. They still have some of that tempo left over from
I think this is
push. Top is
one of the advantages that RSG has here, though, is like with Onyx lineup, they may want to try to bully, but it's not easy to bully a Fredrin, right? You can't really go too deep and try to steal, but at least they're controlling River right now. They've already taken gold lane tower. We're now going to see Nets rotate down, and this is where Onyx is going to start to get a bit of an advantage. And as long as they can keep this, it's going to be big. Wolf Cash, bang! What's good, bro? Welcome, welcome. Good morning.
Suffer in the early game, RSG are still able to
Magadang Hapan? No, Magadang Umaga. Magadang Umaga.
To victory earlier, one of those for Onyx PH was find the best counterplay swing back. Right now, that's looking like
the one and only.
More to RSG PH with Onyx having the
Don't spoil this for me yet, bro.
Earlier was to also utilize a new playstyle for the Raiders, and we're seeing it. This is the most cautious and reserved RSG I've seen in a while.
Bit of a TikTok play here from Light. Just light pings, I guess. So basic here for RSG. They take up a kill and a turret on top side. A little bit of a revenge from earlier.
Interesting mechanical use of the Way of the Dragon. Redmar, did you see that? He kicked him into the wall.
Yep, and when that happens, there's nowhere for you to go.
Snipe shot, snipe shot. Good hit on the Nets. The stun comes in, reverse time.
Hit the mark there, forcing Onyx to
time journey.
Toward the port memory puts
but Sensui still takes it.
Nats buying so much space, and now RSG, they get another turtle.
Sensui's clutching up, bro.
Low, already used the split. That is going to be the
Sensui clutching up.
For RSG.
It looked really good for RSG Slate PH, but Onyx PH was actually the one.
And at this point, listen, right around this 8-minute mark, Nets is going to really start popping off.
Again, that's what we were talking about, the strength of a Grok.
Nets is going to really start popping off.
In the jungle, he's able to stand toe-to-toe with a Fred.
He's 2-0, 2 towers down.
Unconventional ways. And where you could have sworn RSG was in the lead, it's
Amon's down to death, so they don't have to stress too much about him at this stage of the game. Watch Nets, watch Nets, watch Nets.
Dive in onto that. They're surprised. Wait, what is this?
Another one, another one.
He's not supposed to be there, and they suffer a kill.
My boy John Paul Salonga, what happened?
Call an ambulance, but not for me, says Sensui, and now Onyx on the way to breaking this mid lane tower unless RSG Slate PH able to clear it in time.
Nice
and
wall.
They do. So now we're at the point of the game, Onyx PH with the lead. This Grok is a problem. The damage it's dealing along with the setups. And so far, Nets is untouched because RSG...
I got a feeling that Onyx may just clutch up this season. I don't know. I know they haven't gone against like Echo or Blacklist yet or anything, but so far they've looked pretty decent. Against Omega, they clutched up. They did good. They did have a rough game, but still they clutched up in the end there.
30 seconds.
Took advantage of some mistakes in Game 3, and now in RSG.
Give or take, they're pressuring down bottom. Nats has been doing good, just holding the losing lanes for RSG Slate Philippines, but that brings up the question.
I mean, Nats is trying.
How did Dare do this? And it looks like they're going for more.
That's a big question. Dare will miss on the bravest fighter, but
oh
will
my God.
it be enough? I think it will. Super Prince with enough damage on the Emma.
RSG can't even do anything. They can't even come in. Like Light can't even get any picks. We haven't seen one good way of the Dragon pick yet this game.
Opening on that Lord, just like you mentioned.
Start there by Onyx.
He can't even go in.
Pull the trigger on
he gets melted.
Emma just not being able to
the
get
Diggy just like.
And right now we're seeing
I think the moment that Diggy pick came out, RSG's coach is like, "Oh man."
Lapu Lapu was the direct answer to
except he probably cursed.
We know the Lapu Lapu can
and I'm trying not to curse.
There.
You know what he really said? Oh.
And he was the one able to get out of
you know
much quicker. Who is still a strong pick. Don't get me wrong, but players are starting to understand more and more now just how slow he is with being able to go.
Got the Kadita.
And how much
Super Friends stole Kadita.
Much quicker over the glue.
And this is a big contrast to how Nats usually plays.
Yeah.
He plays so
Light does finally get something here, but the damage isn't there. Finally, does find the pick.
They're able to take out the Grok. That's no mean
but
feat
Nats.
here. And Onyx will have to fight this 4v5. A little bit of a cooldown on the
Oh.
ultimates, which means that they can push a little bit further,
Time
a little
and
bit harder
time
here.
again.
That's a top lane turret taken down, and an inner turret on the mid also taken with
Magadang Umaga
The
means
map was
good morning.
not on RSG
I
Slate
get them
PH's
mixed up.
side.
I know
Yes,
there's
it was
Magadang
a
Gabi, which is good
victory.
evening.
It wasn't a
Magadang
shutdown
Hop
by
On
any means. There were no kills
is
on
like
by
good
Brock,
afternoon,
and they lost
and
so many
Magadang
turrets
Umaga's
along the
good
way,
morning.
and there's waves
But
of
sometimes I get them
underage
mixed up. That's why I was like second guessing myself.
Waves, that's all RSGPH could do now. Hope that Exort catches the right target so that they can burst one or two
They might
down,
take this.
Then eventually RSGPH
Dur
will
dives
whittle
in
down the
just
other
to absorb
members of
something.
Onyx. In full 5v5s, Onyx on the roll. They have the utility. Again, the Deki pick coming in third. The Grok being able to avoid crowd control. The Lapu Lapu as well. Super Prince changing his battle spell into a Purify. RSGPH, RG Slate, their window of opportunity at this point of the game is so small.
And
Oh.
considering Nets is
Oh.
look at that.
Worth.
Knock 'em
I
on
still
into
think it
it.
might have been
That's a good
value.
start for RSG. There goes the time journey. No one's getting
Light does
knocked
get the
up
kick on the
anymore.
Nets, but he's able to
Damage
flicker. They
actually
want
quite
him,
crazy
though.
here for Onyx, if you think about it. But Nets
He
will
still
get a
takes
kill
down-
after he gets shut down.
Bro.
Hey, at least now RSG Slate PH gets a favorable punish. And now Light walks away with his life. This is signs of life from RSG Slate PH.
Little
Pushing out
something,
Onyx.
little something there.
Counterplay swing
A
back
long
we
way
were
to go,
talking
though.
about at some point.
Long way to go,
RSG
though.
Slate will be able to find it, and they did. It was a
I
beautiful
want to see
initiation.
Wolf,
by
man.
Stewie,
Can
don't
you
get me
tell them
wrong,
to bring up
but
the items a
RSG
little
Slate
more
looked like
often,
they
bro?
were ready for it, and immediately Light with a great pick off onto Nets to lead to the situation.
Next
where
weekend, bro, let
Onyx
them know.
had to
We need
completely
items more.
change their approach to their fight because they had to
Day 2 and day
protect
1,
their
like, I
marksman.
feel like it was
Because
like
the
once
goal
every
is
10
still
minutes, bro.
in favor of Nets.
I need you to pass that
Both marksmen
information
have window
on for
position,
me.
have their key damage items, so it's still pretty neck and neck at this point.
That's actually the point I was going to bring up there. Nets was untouched
Wind of Nature does come
up
in for
until
both
that
of
point,
them.
which is the big difference maker here, which
Blade
is
of
stopping
Hepates.
RSG from going all in. Because if they go
Nets-
all in, and Nets is right there with a good front line, they can't really do much, and they're going to get punished. But now that's a different story.
Yep, and that shrank Onyx PH's gold lead by half. They were sitting at a comfortable 5-point-something gold lead, now down to 2.5K. They make a beeline for the Lord. This is luminous.
Overall,
So,
though,
mind you, if this
Wolf,
does
the
start
shows
marching
have been
down
the
to
show's been
mid,
great.
It is going to crash into that
2,
base,
5, 8,
making it a
12, and so on,
dangerous
yeah.
call for RG Slate PH, so they have to be very
Wolf, the
careful.
Nem-
Now,
oh.
Super Prince almost
Masterful.
finds it.
Yep.
Almost.
Exart already used his ultimate though.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's in the mind of
Question.
Onyx
When
players right now.
when Valentina
They
picks
are
up a
juggling
physical
this
ultimate,
board.
does the
Everyone is
does her
in the
magic
zone.
damage
RSG
convert to
decides
physical?
just let it go.
Good
Question.
decision there by RSG Slate. Way too risky. Kekadude still had his time journey, and Exort did not have his ultimate. Tried to pick off Super Prince, but Super Prince able to sidestep it. It happened off camera, but now there's going to be a hell of a defense for RSG Slate. They
I don't
have-
think so, right?
This is the struggle with Kadita lineups. Not the best wave clear.
Yeah.
But if they can get the combo from the Kadita to land on heroes, that's going to be a completely different story.
Or just keep Eman alive, basically, because Eman is like their biggest minion wave clear, Lord clear tool here.
With the rocket launcher. And
That's a lot of damage from Prince.
17 pistols too.
A lot of
Oh, not a
damage.
good play.
Exort's
So
trying.
he
No, Prince, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
On the side, while the rest of their teams do a 4v4.
But Exort's in a bad spot. That's really good for RSG. Prince did exactly what he needed to there.
Not gonna go down for the meantime, but Nats might be
2
in
inhibitors
trouble here.
down.
Times Journey Part 2 gonna be used up by.
They want
Onyx
Nats
here,
so bad.
putting Nats low, but not quite dead yet.
Successful defense by RSG Slate Philippines. Onyx walks out.
That was on the back of
YNA
Nats,
teams
but-
rarely pick Cho.
Yeah,
That's
Nats
not
being
true,
able
bro.
to get away just in time. We thought
The good teams pick Chow Rome a lot, bro.
Also realized that
Shark has a
just
great Cho
off their
Rome,
time
or he did in the
journey,
past.
RSG Slate knows
Who else?
that
Joy
we're gonna be
Baj?
chasing Nats,
People would
but
ban
with
out Joy
Finger lined
Baj
up,
as
it
Cho
looks like
Rome.
RSG were already lining up abilities. If Onyx decided to
Gals
pursue
Cutie?
Nats, good thing they backed off because I feel like RSG could have
During
been
NASL
even
Season
bigger
2,
swing back if
Season
Onyx
3, and
decided to
Season
do
1, we saw a lot of Cho bans just because of Cho Rome, depending on what team was playing.
Finals MVP, all right? Nats has had a hard early and mid game. Now in the late game, I think he knows his role and he's playing it best.
I've been having a total mind blank. Does anyone remember the Valley's old Rome? I could go back in my messages and find it, but I kind of miss him, and I'm hoping that we see him.
That suboptimal wave clear. So watch out for Nats. He's one of the few reasons
Bro,
RSG PH is still
that
in this.
that
Onyx
Valentina
gotta be aware,
Grockle.
They gotta watch some anime. This is Nats' Sakuragi Part 2 phase.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, with the hairstyle change. So you kind of just have to keep in mind
Okay,
the
that's what I was wondering, Wolf. She
Have to
basically
make sure
converts her
that
magic
fast
into
takes
physical
light.
attack
He didn't go
if she
down.
turns into a
He
physical
absorbed so
hero
much
for the
damage, he was able
duration.
to back off the
That's what I
last second.
thought.
And that actually kind of like left Onyx like hanging.
Because it seemed like she was doing a lot of a decent amount of damage
Now that brings up
with
a
the
question.
Beatrix ult.
Since Nats is holding on and holding out for his team, what's there to do? We haven't really seen there make much of a move in the past, say, 5 or 6 minutes. Where does this Lapu Lapu come in through engagements?
Do you guys remember last year Nats on the Nats Esmeralda last year? Especially when Sprint was OP. When Sprint got like vamped up and like you would see like 4 or 5 sprints on a team. Like you'd see like 3 or 4 sprints on a team, not 5, but 3.
To commit his ultimate, but one good catch by the Lapu Lapu will be massive for Onyx PH. Speaking of catch though, RSG Slate need to work double time in catching off Nets because the last item he built was actually the Athena shield. So a full combo from Exort won't be able to take down Nets. He's the only source of magic damage, well, glue relatively, but not by that much. And Nets also has a good amount of survivability as well for physical damage. So RSG Slate, once they catch Nets, they need to do everything they can to take him down ASAP.
Yeah, aside from the fact that he's one of the toughest marksmen probably in the game.
Gur picks up Hunter Strike.
He naturally just builds up defensive items.
This is the most blue the map has been in the past 15 minutes. So that means RG Slate PH have as much of a chance of contesting this Lord. Hence
Sensui does a decent job at these retry battles.
This luminous Lord.
Looking very blue. They got a glue. And there's H2 in the middle of 2.
And there's H2 in the middle.
You
Jeez.
didn't even know it. Check out Kadira. Check out the positioning of Exort. I wonder what he's planning here. Who is he going to try to go for? Because this river bush, look at this. There and Nets inside of it. They can burst so
Yeah,
much.
Onyx does have a nice position.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Now H2O is the target, but look at that. He's absorbing so much damage. And he's basically alive still. And one hit.
That's all it takes is that one snipe shot.
Forcing him back.
Great position by Light.
That puts Onyx back. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We need the stun from. Oh, come on.
Lord. Oh my goodness. And they're able to take out Super Prince as well, I think. At this point, he is in trouble.
He gets away.
No, he doesn't. In the mid side, though. In the mid.
Sit down.
Look at the minions.
Bro, Onyx. Come on, Onyx. Where's Nets at, bro? Where the hell is Nets at, bro? There he is.
For comfort. Nats is on the back. He's back to help his teammates. Taking it out light with a torn apart memory. He is actually still quite tanky, and he's still pretty confident. Nats is still going. He still wants to get something done, but Nats is just saying, no, not today.
One-man army, 3v1. Nats is so in it.
That
he
is
really
classic Nats. That's why we call him Nasty. It's not
Nasty.
the highlight kill spree that we're used to seeing him do, but his presence there. And near the end of that sequence, sandwiching the members of Onyx stifled their attempt to counterpunch.
Honestly,
after they
the game changer, though, in that Lord fight was the snipe shot from Iman. Super Prince keeps getting hit by it, and it just completely messes up the aggressiveness of Onyx.
Turning the tides, they're now on
The moment Super Prince had to back off in that Lord fight, RSG knew it. They claim back position over the turtle. And Prince can no longer dive in and out. He can't be. He's got to be more careful. And essentially, they're 4v5 at that point.
In control. But
These Nats.
Hell of a game trying to find a way to
Ninjas.
Don't get me wrong. Onyx PH, as long as their inhibitors are up, will have the natural advantage.
People are about maxed itemed out. Both marksmen maxed out. Both the XP laners maxed out. And at this point, I think the glue is better than the Lapu at this point.
They might be able to find a massive pick-off to even further their control in the game.
When it comes to kit complexity, RSG Slate PH has the advantage. They trump Onyx PH in terms of what they can do with their lineup, because Onyx PH, what they're good at is focusing on one thing and making sure we are unstifled with, right? You have the times journey. But once they get over that layer, RSG Slate PH gets everything they want, and even Sensui can
They take the purple.
Buff.
That's sad.
That purple.
That's sad.
RSG is basically a non-stop DPS machine at this point, as long as they can get through, that times journey, right? So I get what you mean. It's that first part that they got to work around.
And it took him, what, 17, 18 minutes? But it was worth it.
Yeah, they got there eventually. Sometimes it's about the journey, not just the destination. And journey, RSG Slate made the most out of their journey right now. Creative positionings by Light, catching the members of Onyx off guard, and Eman being able to land those snipes to get the initial burst damage early on. Those are going to be...
They need a big knock-up, yo.
RSG
big knock-up from Sensui.
So that they can continue taking it to Onyx PH.
Low-key, those snipes are actually so useful.
Yeah.
It stops Super Friends from being super...
And I'm also wondering, like, should they be using Dur for macro? Like, Onyx should have the advantage in lanes right now just because they have all the inhibitors. So, like, they should be pulling someone away in that off lane.
H2O now to start pulling despite the rest of his teammates being up north, being in the top lane, the long lane. And it's this same setup that just mere moments ago.
But I think that's what RSG thinks is going to happen, so maybe Onyx is making the right play. That's why they have Light and Amon up there.
If Onyx going to fall for the same trap.
Yeah, there is good positioning from Onyx though, but they're going to
conceal play.
The issue right now, RSG Slate. Ooh,
Waste.
able to
Waste.
sidestep
Big
those
waste of
conceal plays,
utility.
So it resets the sequence for the time being. Although Onyx still have control of the Lord. Again, still great positioning by Onyx. They're still covering the mid, close to the top side. You see where Kekadut and Super Friends are. That's them just being careful and watching out for a potential split push by Eman and Light if they decided to go for it. But now, Onyx, I like the position of this Diggy. RSG, very compact. Oh, who's going to pull the trigger first?
At this point, I feel like you...
Sensui in H2. It's a ballad, man. I gotta say, it's rhythmic. It's very tense. It's got everything.
It is tense.
Hypnotic.
Oh, man.
Hypnotic.
Don't lie.
Hips don't lie, bro.
Oh, don't you know this? My hips don't lie, and I'm making it feel divine.
Back and forth.
It's like a pendulum, man. I don't know who, but it's Sensui definitely has the better tools because he has that Guardian barrier.
Yep, and they're using it to great advantage. Look at Eman looking to put a bead on the Kekadot.
360. 360 snipes.
No scope.
360.
Literally.
Well,
360
he's scoping, so 360 scope.
Yes.
Or let's just go with no scope.
It's just 360.
Sounds cooler.
Anyway,
Watch for Exort, though.
Collapse on the H2, but in the end, the tankiness of Fredrin just
Lord finally reset. Lord reset.
From going all in.
This is great for Onyx because they already saw Eman's forced to clear minion waves here, but they're still really taking their time.
Bro, somebody make a move.
They pulled Lord
Make
way
a move.
Too far, and I guess that's kudos to H2. He pulled him too far.
And again, Onyx are still watching out for the potential of a split push there. RSG are fully committing to
once
the
again.
idea.
Once again.
Eman's still showing himself in the map.
Prince is half health.
I like his position.
Look at Nat's positioning. He comes around the side.
A little bit back. Oh,
RSG just took the pit. RSG just took the pit. They just took the pit. They just took the pit.
Light. He finds Nets, but Nets able to play around this, break those ankles of that show, and it is once more a full reset. By the way, I timed this. They start the Lord Dance at 21.
Yeah, but that's
They're
great.
Still going.
They're still going. It's 2 minutes and counting. And what's great here is that Kekadut no longer has his time journey, but RSG need to force the issue. The cooldown of that wouldn't be that long.
Bro, I'm not patient enough for this.
They still can't fully commit, but look at that.
Oh, come on, Prince.
IMU also
Prince.
spent here. Super Prince in a fraction of his health.
Prince, you got to go back, bro.
Onyx have what it takes. Can they still force this?
Still a go. Is it still a go? That top lane is also
Don't blow your load.
Uh-oh. With Nets
Exort,
just
Exort,
going
Exort,
early.
Exo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Spotted out.
Come on, Prince. I told you to go
Exort
back.
finds it after how many minutes? Another kick on the Kekadot and a Bren on the ocean.
Oh, Dur, though.
Just to finish
Dur?
it off. That Diggy is gone.
Where's Nets?
Dexter Martinez, Exort and H2. The connection
Sensui's still in there.
is
Sensui's still in there.
alive. And they're
Doesn't
still
have
going for
wild
the Lord.
charge.
Down to an eighth of its health.
He's stunned. It gets
Reset again, but
reset.
looks like it's
Nets.
gonna be for RSG.
Nets, they need you, bro.
Right now,
They need you.
Sensui,
They
he's
need
on
you.
the run. Nets and there, they can only watch as RSG just
Oh
does
my
what they
God,
want to do.
Nets.
There, he's tagged
Nets, you're
over
done.
with the greatest
Nets, you're
fighter,
done.
But he
You're done,
is
bro.
not in a good position. Forced to flicker out and back off. This is going to be an
And you
RSG
guys just
goal.
lost your tower in the mid. If Prince would have just gone back.
8K ahead. This is a clear, evolved Lord. Lord for our Season 9 champions.
24 minutes and we're still going. Onyx is going to have to pull off a hell of a defense to stop this.
RSG Slate. How did they
Wait, so is it RSG Slate now? What's the other? And then it's Geek Slate? Geek Fam Slate now?
Kill nets there, catch nets, but the time journey gone. RSG Slate continued the issue and good patience not to force that Lord because
Is Slate like a smaller esports company org that bought into a couple other orgs?
Before they secured the Lord, and now we find themselves in the situation, a situation that we didn't think, and I think even RSG themselves are a little bit surprised. They are in the
But once
lead.
again, it's that snipe from Amon onto
Exort
Prince.
Sphinx, bro. At this point,
That's what changed it.
really good
That's
in.
what
I
put
can
the tilt,
really
that tilt
feel
that
the
Lord fight
difference
once again.
And how Exort plays in this game.
That was more than just mechanics. That was synergy. And now top lane has been broken into as well. Penetrated by RSG Slate. Philippines bottom taken care of by Kekedot. Mind you, Super
Bro,
Prince
get
has
rid of the
spent
Lord,
his
get rid of the Lord, get rid of the
IMU.
Lord,
That's a
get rid of the
clear
Lord, get rid of the Lord.
advantage
Nets,
for
do your
RSG
freaking job,
PH,
bro.
And they're already coming in.
They
Oh,
want
the
to get
snipe.
this game done. They are tired of waiting. H2 is absorbing all of that damage. A little bit of a reset here as H2 needs.
Are we going to another Lord?
regenerate.
Is this
But looks like
30-something
Onyx
minutes
will
right
be
here?
able to pull off the defense
I gotta go
after all.
pee,
This
guys.
is what I call an even ball game now. Yes, RSG is more pushed forward, but there's no
The items
more
are
towers
maxed.
in
Doesn't
the
matter.
board
No more
except
towers.
for
Items
the
are
bases
maxed.
themselves
We're
left
at ground zero
standing.
right now. We're a sudden
Onyx
death
has
mode.
fought valiantly
You guys
in
ever
this
play,
game. What they did,
remember
taking
Super Smash
control
Bros.
from
Sudden
the
Death?
The game was a thing of beauty.
Where you have like
Now,
300% and pretty much one hit sends you off the base? That's what this is right here.
Themselves a picture where the picture looks like it could be
Somebody dies here, it's
victory for the
over. It's
squad.
GG's.
Now we're sitting at
You better have an
27
immortality locked
minutes. RSG Slate PH up by about 12,000 gold. They are cordoning off Onyx PH from their own
And here's the thing,
resources.
RSG is higher
It's a
pick
miracle
potential
that
right
even
now.
Onyx PH could get to their orange buff this time around, but I'm not so sure because look at Light. Look at how he's positioned here in the bush next to the rock Ursa. They have to send Kekedot to make sure that, hey, is this safe? Is this safe? Can Nets get this, please?
And they just have to not be overconfident. They have to play a little bit more confident, rather, because it might look like a huge lead, but 10K is just nothing at this point, right? Everyone's got their items locked in, and all they have to do is just keep their eyes on the map. Splits
It's only
are also a
8-8
big
too.
possibility with a lineup
8-8.
like this.
8-8,
And
guys.
You cannot control that. Again, Onyx wave clear, a little bit limited compared to what we normally used to. So
16 kills in
every lane must be
28
accounted for
minutes.
here.
Yeah, both of these two teams' wave clear is not the best. They rely on.
Bro,
specific
Exort's just
heroes
gonna sit
to
in that
do
bush this whole
everywhere in
time.
terms of wave clearing.
That's gonna be the
But
play,
it's not
right?
for RSG.
Exort.
And we'll revisit-
He's not gonna move.
something that we mentioned
Why would he?
earlier.
He's
Nice
just gonna vibe.
on point.
He's not even gonna go for Sensui. He's gonna wait for someone else.
But Light
Oh.
is in trouble.
Big
Oh,
snipe
Onyx
shot onto
pulled a
Prince.
little bit of a
Bro,
trigger there.
every
Otherwise,
time,
very low,
every
but
time
forcing
Prince
it back
takes a
up
shot to the
and
face,
could be
bro.
opening for Sensui to make a scout.
He's got a
This could
magnet
lead
on
to
him,
two
bro.
different outcomes. Number one, they could punish Sensui. RSG Slate PH gets a free Lord. The other way around is RSG Slate PH overcommits, much like this. Can they
Nope.
find it? And
Nope.
they turn it around, but
Yeah.
it looks like neither team's not gonna let
Oh.
either
Every
one.
time, bro.
Oh, Eman!
How is he finding this time and time again?
Over and
MSC
over.
2022 MVP Eman. Ow!
The deterrent is working. It's like every time Onyx PH wants to get close, Emma's like, nah, I'm gonna start.
There it is, there it is.
Huge cap-up combo
Yes,
here.
Exor was chilling there, Sensui.
topped with
GG's.
immortality. He's
GG's.
gonna have to back off.
GG's.
Oh,
GG's.
Emma's
GG's.
really playing
Onyx
well.
knows this is it. This
H2's
is
in
it.
the front.
This is it.
He has immortality. He has
But
no
Light
fear.
around that
The
tri-bush?
Princess Rat is gonna be ready there, and that
Nets is
is
nowhere to
gonna
go.
be it. I think so. That's gonna be RSG. Unstoppable damage output. That consistent DPS.
Some mortalities do go off.
Really working it out with a double kill.
Nets
there
is
for
trying,
Evan.
bro. The man's
Think about
trying,
it,
bro.
Nets is still trying to see.
Oh,
if
he
can make
flickers.
something.
Bro,
Oh,
I get it.
no.
I get it. You had to try, right? You had to
That's
try.
it. It's a wipeout.
You had to try, bro.
Shooting gallery has turned into Raider country because RSG Slate PH, you're on
You
the
had to
way
try.
taking game one.
And Emman has made this look like a shooting gallery. RSG Slate gunning for the first game win.
Good game. Good game.
With that victory, folks,
GG's, well played.
we have currently broken the Season 11 longest game record.
Yep.
Did we hit the 30-minute mark?
Almost.
Yeah.
If we did,
No,
Oh,
they were
well,
like
wait,
20 seconds
29.
away.
There's so many things going on in the map, I couldn't see the timer. I'm sorry.
I know. That was quite a game. Again, it is just RSG thing. I don't know what Eman took for breakfast this day, but I want some of that.
Pull off. But
I gotta go use the
at
restroom real
time,
quick, guys.
when you think about it, RSG Slate, especially Eman, just kept shutting down Super Friends with those snipes.
They're very holistic, but I get why you're having a little bit of a difficulty, like pinpointing,
Yeah.
like where the exact power points are for
There's a
RSG.
lot.
Because Nats, we haven't even talked about Nats that much. You saw how insane he was in the mid game. Early game, given obviously a glue is just a big slab of like a meat shield, right?
Yes. Shield.
So in the end, he did do what he normally does, and maybe that's something that Onyx also has to keep in mind. There are things that you just really have to draft around. That glue, don't give it to Nats anymore.
Let's see how they do exactly that. The answer is still out there, the Fatamis, so that might be something they're keeping close to their chest. There goes the Fanny and the Kadita, banned out by Onyx PH. RSG Slate this time around takes out the 1-1 and the Joy.
Yeah, interesting. I like these bans here by Onyx, especially in that Kadita, because again, what we were mentioning earlier, those more longer range poke mages for Super Friends will be open. And so he doesn't have to worry about the Kadita looming around if he's going to play something like the Farsa or the Eve. But then at the same time, the Faramis is still available. I will be surprised if a Valentina will get first pick. Most likely, Onyx will probably give that up and give that into the hands of RSG Slate as an option for them. So, in terms of the first picks here, they can still go for the traditional route with what used to seeing things like the Fredrin, things like the, well, she's fallen off. The carry has fallen off.
Man.
Kaja
Yeah.
still available as the first pick as well.
These drafts are actually starting to seem a little bit more difficult for me, and I can see that from a perspective of a coach, where it's hard for me to actually know who do I prioritize now. At this point, Nats' heroes are very good. He has a very big hero pool, but he was prioritized by RSG, right? So they're playing it a little bit topsy-turvy here, and how they're prioritizing the draft picks.
Yep, they turned it around. I think RSGPH read into it. They know that the glue is not open for banning, for picking rather, since it was banned. Now, Valentina, they're sticking to their guns. Onyx PH still going to be played by Super Friends.
I get why, though, because Super Friends, it's a very difficult hero to play, to be honest, right?
Oh.
Most mid laners would actually just play it with just one ultimate. They look for one ultimate.
We
to
are,
stick with that all
I'm
throughout the
dog
game.
sitting right now.
Super Friends played with at least 3, from what I recall.
This is Marvel.
So, I get why Onyx would want to leverage that as one of their core strengths here.
You can lay down. She won't.
I'm
She won't
still
cuddle
wondering
with,
what they're gonna do here. Are they gonna
Mama
consider
Dukes
bring
right
back
now.
the Diggy again?
I think it's because she really likes me.
Because we've seen Light has a Diggy
follows me
roam
around
under
everywhere.
his belt, and imagine the combo of a Diggy and a Farsa together. Farsa would be relatively safe with the time journey around, but then at the same time you're going to be giving that to the Valentina. Oh, maybe that's why they picked it this time around, because they're also
All right,
watching out
Valentina,
for the potential
Fredrin.
of that, of that Diggy
Fredrin
going
for
to the hands of,
RSG,
Light.
along with the
Of course,
Farza.
avoiding his setup
Sensui
heroes.
picks up the
They
Martis
get
here.
to now pick up their Martis, which was banned earlier by RSG Slate, going to the second phase. So Sensui is going to be much happier with this. And yes, Sensui, a monster with this hero on the jungle. And he picked up the Beatrix early on as well.
Yep, was going to call the marksman in the first phase. That's definitely par for the course here for Onyx PH. Now for RSG Slate, do they get their marksman here too?
Oh, man, yeah. I think they could, actually. Considering the way that they played earlier, Eman seems to be more adaptable in the Beatrix. It could be a Beatrix slot, right? But they do run a risk of it being banned out, considering how well Eman played it. And maybe Onyx is thinking, you know what? Eman's probably the only reason why Super Friends wasn't able to unleash his full potential last game. Maybe we can try to deal with that right now.
Oh, and they go into it. They lean hard into that bluff call by Coach Bluffzy. They say, pick the marksman now or risk losing out on it. And instead of the usual Brody that we expect, there goes a Melissa.
And this is going to be a backline heavy lineup for RSG Slate, meaning that the next 2 picks of RSG would be to protect their back line. They already have the Fred in the jungle with them, or which it can still be flexed, but those last 2 picks will most likely be tankier type of heroes.
All right.
Maybe someone with a lot of utility. I'm sure.
Are we going to see the cool JJK ace again on the Melissa?
Onyx, if not Onyx, maybe even surprisingly RSG Slate. Of course,
I hope we get to see the skin. Kier, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome.
Kaja's still available, but if you're RSG, you're going to think twice about actually picking it, because Super Frizz might take it away. By the way, Yaoi on your screens right now showing love and support for his former teammates Exort and H2.
So sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't notice him go into the venue today.
that's the playmaker, the M4 World Champion himself.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting. All right. Definitely it
Back
is.
house.
I'm
Back
thinking about
house.
Alapu for either side, actually.
Yep.
Alapu would be great either for Onyx right now or for RSG. Just get some of that tankiness that you mentioned earlier. I would not put it past there. It is a good lineup. If you put it on the Onyx lineup, right, it's a lineup that can rampage. They can just keep going non-stop, especially if you get a kill onto the Marcus.
Come on.
They can just
Does
keep
Onyx
going
take
all
a
day
game
long.
here? Some
That's
dude, what's up? Lemon soda,
Mind you, the
yo-yo.
roamers are still open. So if you have a hero that wants to
What's good, guys?
rampage, trample, pummel on through, I think we mentioned earlier the foil to that, the Diggy.
The
Still
Diggy.
something to watch out for.
Yeah. If RSG pick that up, they will have to worry about Valentina taking away that ultimate. They take away the Yuzhong. They're focusing on Nath's hero, so it's like a signal for RSG. Are you gonna pick your Nath's hero now if that Fredrin isn't gonna be it, or are you gonna pick up the Diggy?
I scraped my finger earlier, guys. It kind of hurts.
Onyx hasn't showed enough picks to exactly warrant it just yet. A lot of options that RSG can go for here. Those 2 bans by Onyx were actually brilliant. The Benedetta and the Yuzhong.
Yeah, just make sure that you don't give. Again, Nats was such a huge player last game. Don't give him heroes that can enable that. Don't give him heroes that's going to take out the attention of the whole team. Right? That is a huge power. That is the innate X factor that Nats has.
And that's the Yuzhong just clears on straight through, barreling into the back line.
Kiss it to make it
Philippines doesn't
better.
Want that. But now RSG
No.
Slate PH employs
That only
the
works
services
if someone
of
else
one
kisses it.
show, Lights,
Okay.
old, reliable. The answer by Onyx PH.
Come
though,
on, Jay.
The Ruby in the Rome, and then they're going to put Terizla into the hands of Der.
These are great because I think Onyx PH were actually thinking about the potential of H2 going to the jungle.
I like the
with
Ruby here.
Paquito and the Nats getting the Fredrin in the
The Ruby's just a really clean answer against the Cho, and then also against the against the Fredrin.
Momentum a little bit, and a Terizla with a lot of wave clear to balance out whoever's going to be going to the XP lane for RSG. Whatever hero's going to go in there will most likely be losing against a Terizla in the wave clear speed.
Unless you're like a Lapu or something.
Which is still open. No
yeah.
XP laner yet, explicitly for RSG Slate Philippines. But now the question stands, what does Onyx PH do against the Melissa? What's the answer here?
It's difficult, right?
Just blade
Yeah.
armors? Just hope for the best. Blade armors?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And there's a Toms.
Oh,
Thing
gee.
we haven't seen, and that's going to be going to the hand of Nat. It seems like that's a comfort for him.
Archie Aquan leave? I don't know.
Yeah, it's still going to be Fredrin H2. And yeah, the Melissa will be problematic for Onyx. It's a slow front to back for Onyx, which is very good for the
Some
Melissa.
dude,
And
you're
then
American?
We're going to be seeing it in action today.
It's the debut of Melissa using that skin. Nobara Kukisagi from the hit anime
man.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's a
You're
You're
collab.
American, right?
This is going to be fun, boys.
I
And
wish I
lo-
had money.
I wish I. I'm like, diamonds.
Were you at NACT Fun? No.
I love what you pointed out. This Melissa is going to be the
I was gonna
biggest
say,
problem,
first-
I think, right, for Onyx.
Your picture looks
What's
like
the strat?
you're kind of
Superman's
American.
The only guy
almost.
who actually has backline
But-
entrance capabilities in this lineup.
I was gonna, for a second, I was gonna say, you know a lot about MPL for
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
American, but you're not, so it makes sense.
Going forward.
Rayash, what's up, man?
Yeah, it's going to be tough here.
Bro, Ray Ash
Onyx
been
is
dropping
gonna
in.
be Smart,
My dog
but
Ray
it's gonna
Ash
be
been
them, yes, this
been
time
dropping
going
in.
for that counter, but
Where's
it's
that
gonna be
skin?
I think it'll
Where's
be
that
down
skin
to
I
the
just got?
entry of Der, delaying his entry.
There
and
she
just
is.
looking out and looking for where that Melissa will be.
That or Super Prince steals away the dragon. So it's not like they have no solutions. It's just harder to execute, but it's not impossible. Let's get into game number 2 here. Once more, it's match point for RSG Slate Philippines.
Yep, stealing a feathered airstrike is also one way to do it. Yeah,
That's true.
Great points there. At this point, look
Hoodrich
for,
dropped by to
if
see
I
Ken
were
lately?
Onyx,
No.
I would like to gank heavily on
He
the
did
first
comment on my MSC video, though,
She doesn't have the
hating on the fact that NA's
This is
going.
one of the few ways they can do this.
But it's going to be hard for them to actually rush things. There's,
That's the last I've
lot
seen
of
from
control
Hoodrich.
that RSG
He left a
has
comment
in the early portion of the game,
saying that they need to protest
the
this.
rotational speed of one show, the reach of the far
And I'm pretty
side,
sure
the
Ken responded to that
as well.
comment.
It's going to be tough. Onyx can pull it off, but they're going to have to check off a lot more things in their list to do it.
Yeah, Onyx win condition here is obviously, with the line they picked up, is to just group up as much as they can, maximize the penalty zone, maximize the I'm offended, everything.
Make RSG Slate come to them. That's very possible. That's very possible.
Which is, again, telegraphed all over to the other side. RSG knows that, guys, don't group up. Group up equals GG.
It becomes
Yeah,
a
it's
matter
true.
of I know, you know. So what's the answer? Since Sui here dueling with H2 early on.
And as you can see in the duel of Terizla versus the Tom.
So, like, the thing about Onyx here, though, is they want to...
One Terizla is just way too good, and it's able to send Nats back.
Onyx
and
kind of wants to
giving
take this in a
him
pocket
less
formation, right?
proactive than he would like to. You see, there's actually already there.
Valentina doesn't have huge range.
Alyssa, the main expansion. We're gonna have to
Sensui, Dur, Kakadu,
Yep, the turtle
all
hit
kind of
is
divey. You know, the
absolutely
perfect
strength.
combination for them is
They're
like
forcing
the I'm
RSG to
offended
funnel
with the
down
penalty
onto this
zone.
very tight area.
Yep,
Then you
huge
just have
pull
Nets
here,
kind of
and
clean
back
up,
pull
right?
there, and
Nets
watch
and
out for
Super
Prince.
Prince.
Oh, it's a kick!
That's what we're
Oh,
looking
that's
for
big,
right
that's
there.
big, that's
And
big.
that is a huge
Kakadu goes
one,
down.
A huge pickup here.
Sensui does
for
find woe,
RSG.
though.
That's a double kill for Exhort.
Oh,
But the turtle will go over
Sensui, though.
to Onyx in the end.
Came
And double
online
kill
there.
as well.
2 for 2.
But Turtle does go over to Onyx Philippines. Reptar, do we have a clear winner?
That was a win for Onyx in my books. They get the turtle, they got the 2 kills. So if both of you get 2 kills, but who got the turtle? It's that man right there, Sensui. So Onyx gets a win there.
Sensui's,
Bottom lane.
Sensui's like, I think as this season goes on, Sensui's going to step up more and more.
Nets more in that gold lane, hence why Kakadu is here now. But Light is going to answer that as well. So maybe for the next minute or so, we might see a dual gold lane.
He played decent
And
against
more
Omega.
cells are available
He's
for
been
Onyx.
doing well, even though they lost last game. He's been doing well in these neutral objectives.
2 minutes of this
Like
game.
more and more. I think
Now we see more of a presence from both teams in the bottom lane. For the first turtle, it was a pop, but now they're in trouble. Could this be a kill?
Oh, the tankiness of a Terizla, that passive really kicking in. The damage reduction is actually quite real, and of course it will be popped back up. Look at that HP, just basically almost nothing happened.
The body of Smith is what it's called. And I'm
The body
glad
of
to see,
Smith.
despite it being nerfed, about 6 to 9 months ago, still okay, Light.
Ooh.
Oh!
The Terrify came in just
Good play,
in
good play, good
time
play,
there
good
to
play.
stop him from pulling out.
That was
the
well
Wave
done.
Dragon.
Clutch, Terrify by Super Friends, and now Emma and the next one are in trouble.
That's a lot of damage
Oh,
actually.
counter
Being
play.
absorbed
Oh.
by Kicking out, but he is not done. Eamon still wants some of that cookie.
Here's the
and
thing.
He gets it. Although, of course, look at the damage being done by a max stack. The Mortis
Worth.
and
It's
the
worth.
Matrix to a tower. It is destructive.
And with that, he picks up his Hunter's Strike.
This is
allowing
exactly what
for
happened last
great
game, though.
timing going into this second
Let's be real,
turtle
this is
of the
exactly what
game,
happened last
since
game.
Bottom lane, the long lane, has been softened up.
Great call there by Onyx to immediately gank Eman as soon as they can. They needed to do it, and they succeeded and got way more than we thought that they would. Getting that tower.
I do feel
Eman's
like
been doing
RSG
way
does
back
have the
against
answers,
more
though,
proactive role now.
to
Onyx
Onyx
have to be
composition,
in
right?
Turtle, and they take it without a problem.
Again, this is the play
I feel
for
like
Onyx.
Farza is going to be like
Force
very important here.
RSG into these tight corners. And right now, RSG they're
And
not willing to
engages
go.
and
They don't wanna go
disengages.
for
Like
it.
Farza is going to
They
be
know
one of
timing is
the
not on their side.
pivotal
This is
members
where you
here
can clearly say
for
it's
RSG.
Onyx time. They have an early game lead, if anything. Onyx only losing the gold lane, and I think that's
Because,
why
like I
they
said, I think
went
we're going to
for
see Onyx
the push
grouping up a lot
immediately
here when it
so
comes
that
to these
Nets
big
can
team
breathe a little.
fights.
Yeah, and it still worked out that Super Friends, even though we mentioned earlier about him getting more of those control long-range mages, he still gets it because he's still
Timing
the
for
ultimate
Light is gonna be
support at the end of the
crucial.
day. So it's a good time.
So he comes in too early, and Kekadut's able to lock him up. It's over.
If he can
Terrify
right
plus
and
the
it's
second
fast enough,
skill.
he can actually stop Light from
Like,
pulling off those great pickoffs onto nets. And
there's a lot of answers for Light here.
The items.
Light's got to play the game
here
of his life
for the
here.
Matrix. Mid laners is actually Exort in the lead though because he does have more kills. So this Farsa is packing damage, and that's what Onyx has to be careful about. If they miss time, their entry, Eman and Exort will be able to counter punish so
About
hard.
a minute away from the third turtle, we're seeing core items get picked up across the board, even for XP laners. Nats here now has his corrosion sight, so he's able to bite down on the targets even better. We haven't really seen our XP laners leave much of their quarter of the map. Now we're seeing and waiting for where RSG Slate PH might find their clapback. Where can they rubber band on through? Because, there's a pull by Kekadut!
Huge pull here
Nice
by
play,
Kekadut,
nice
bro.
play.
And that is all she wrote there with just enough damage coming in from the Beatrix.
Like, Nets does a good job, and I think this is a bit of a better hero for him than Brody. I just feel like this will scale a bit better for him.
That allows the rest
And
of
whichever way RSG ends up building, he has an answer for tankiness. He has an answer for
and this should be a very easy turtle as
to
well.
burst down the
One of the ways
squishies.
to beat RSG Slate in their own game is to, if you can and you have the info, pick off Light, take him down as soon as possible because RSG Slate will be forced to push back. And again, 2 games in a row now for the early game. Nats is stuck in his lane, and it's there playing a more proactive presence, again, because of a Terizla just being able to clear minion waves much faster compared to a Tom.
Which is a big contrast to what you normally see on Cho games, where you always have to keep your eyes on the Cho, but this time around, the Cho is the one who's always making the beeline for the base.
Speaking of, look at this perilous positioning. By Light catches one.
Still gets it. Goes for the
Well
kill.
done, Will.
That
Penalty
is
zone
a
comes in.
huge
Big
catch by
punish.
RSG, but the damage coming in from there is actually, you cannot ignore it right now. RSG
Punishing
just
back,
feeling
though.
it. Emma's on the back line. He is untouched, and he just can't keep going here. He's shut down.
That's rough.
by
That's
H2
rough.
on the
That's
net
rough.
is huge.
Sensui trying. Oh, he's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. Full team wipe. Full team wipe. Full team wipe.
And out there has to make a run for it, but he can't.
GG's.
It's a killing spree for Nats.
Counter punish.
That is so much.
That's what we were talking about. It was RSG who initiated.
They get so much out of that.
The earlier portion of that looked like Onyx would be able to turn it around, but they just couldn't get Eman.
Every time Onyx, it's a replay of game 1, bro.
Was able to win that early on was because Eman was still coming down from the top lane, but once he was there, he was just freely hitting. A beautiful turnaround play there by RSG Slate.
We were looking for
They get 3 towers out of that, yo.
Slate says, here it is.
3
Let's
towers out of
watch
that.
The replay once more, and this all started with that pickoff by Light.
Yeah, we just had to let him cook.
Just had to let him cook, and he got to cooking. And look at Eman just making the most out of his dashes on that Melissa thing of beauty. Even H2 had to wrap back. He stopped the chase and decided to help out Eman more. A great adjustment there by RSG Slate mid-fight.
Yeah.
Actually, H2 made the call after he took down Nets. He had a mission of his own. He said, mission accomplished, guys. What's the hubbub? Oh, right, there's another team fight over here. And
Nets still does have a gold lead here. Mages, Exor has the advantage.
Focus down on the one player for RSG because everyone just wants to make their mark. Everyone is a huge threat. And once you ignore one of them, they're the one.
This is a time in the game, too, when like a 1.4K gold lead
that allowed for that turnaround. Allowed
is
his
kind of
team
big.
to get back into the lead. And he's spotted here by there, his once teammate under.
This is when second items are getting built, working into third items.
From that. Speaking of far, check out
And this is exactly what happened last time. Onyx had the laning phase, but RSG, right around that 8-minute mark, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Kekadut tried.
Go away just in time from Eman, though.
Oh, but Light into the backside.
In the nick of time, and the kick from Light will be
And so he gets the shutdown.
by the DPS
Feathered
coming in
airstrike.
from Onyx. And there you see what we are saying earlier.
They are
Super
going
Feathered
at it, bro.
Airstrike is just as potent as the Forza from RSG.
Romer violence. We're trading Kekadut.
Romer on Romer
And
violence.
Just like that, Onyx PH scores the first Lord.
They have their own comeback potential as well, and they showed it
Good play.
incredibly well there. Onyx PH, RSG Slate, they were the ones who.
This is a good game. This is a good series.
There, but it seems like it was the same exact
mean,
story as the last
I feel like
fight. The last
it doesn't feel one-sided at all.
RSG Slate who lost that one big time.
From
So,
either team.
Great job there by Net. Still
A lot of back and forth.
Despite getting kicked by Light, and great timing by Super Prince of when to pop that feathered.
Ooh,
airstrike to
Kakadu.
send back the members of RSG Slate.
Watch Light once more. He's
He
still
he could have maybe had that. There was some hesitation there.
Despite having lost that team fight, lost the Lord, they're still looking for plays.
Nice play. There it is. That's a play. Speaking of, what Amon is melting.
BS on the back line. He is untouched, and H2 is in front. He's trying to see if he can get some vision.
Watch for Light here.
He's on the hunt. He's trying to see if there's any outliers he can pick up. But looks like Onyx is going to be very aware of this. They're all together. They're roaming around.
John
Not
Jarek,
giving RSG a
what's
chance
up,
to
man?
clap back.
They lost Nats on the defense, but they do take out Super Prince as well as a tier 2 down bottom. I'd call that a wash. I think RSG Slate PH, they're doing well to recover, but Onyx PH are still calling the shots. Again, whoever pulls the trigger first, whoever has initiative is going to be ahead. We're in the mid game.
Yeah. Onyx might RSG Slate rather would.
Now we're getting items more.
This time they might actually commit more resources into taking down Super Prince instead of Nets right away, because that feathered airstrike is a problem for Emma.
You know what I wish?
Okay, but now this time Onyx says, okay, if you feel like Super Prince is a problem,
Junglers.
Net still has a lot of damage being dished out here. RSGPH are going to have to balance. They do have a lot of control abilities and the poke damage from Exor, so they can't just throw all
Am I going to do an MPL ID or MPL PH power rankings for S11? Probably, maybe for the playoffs I will. I can't do it now. I'm not going to act like I know enough about the teams.
Yeah.
My goal this season is to like actually watch all the games.
Dueling with there.
Oh, and picking up with counter engage, as you can see there. Good damage from Exort, forcing back Onyx, but the DPS is unstoppable.
Nice snipe.
He's in this form.
Still not enough though. There we go.
Pick back the way
man.
of the dragon by Super Prince.
Oh,
Out
man.
Light, but it's not enough to stop Eman. He's still
Oh, no.
going there.
Oh, no.
H2
Oh, no.
and Exort, the duo.
Nets is trying, bro.
They're looking for a
He's
target.
trying.
Onyx will make it out just in the nick of time, but
He just
RSG,
can't, bro.
They're clapping back hard.
Is this Melissa, man? A 505 on Ammon right now. Still deathless. His positioning, making the most out of the dashes. And look how fast the health bars of Onyx go down when Ammon is freely hitting.
Ammon's the guy. Ammon is the guy.
He's
to
just the
hunt
guy.
down here. If you are Onyx, abandon everything at this point, because right now he is the immediate threat.
And it's that same reason why I think RSG Slate PH, as much as they'd like to change their timing, as much as they'd like to play the counter initiation, once Eman says this is it, they have to go in. And that's why they pushed in so deep down bottom, and that's why they won the trade. Despite it being a 3-for-2, a 3-for-2 is still a 3-for-2. If they could have had their way, Eman would have gone in even deeper. Now they've started the push and pull, the lore dance, TM. Rockhard, start counting. How long is this going to be since Sui pulling it all the way to their side? I'm smelling a reset.
All the way back to the back.
I feel like one thing is
you have to notice is
Onyx.
Max is
Oh, watch
quite
Light. Look at
absent
Light
in
here.
these fights. He's been trying to reposition himself very well. He gets punished a lot as well.
He
He's really
seems
just
to be
a
the
sponge.
main trade tool
Yeah.
for RSG Slate PH, and so far it's worth it. But much as theory and economy states, if you keep pushing it that way, it's going to result in inflation.
They're trying.
The amount that your life is worth at some point, especially when we go into the late game, it's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it, especially if you can't have Eman deal that much damage on the clapback.
Yeah, that's why RSG State are going to rely a lot on making sure that they can deal the damage, because Nats can only withstand so much. And yeah, Toms, even with a vengeance on him and even with his ultimate up, even though he's almost fully built, he's going to go down fast. But more of like Toms at this point is just like, okay, if you're going to take me down, I'm taking you down with me.
Watch out.
Here we go again, guys.
Out Lord here at a third of his health.
Oh, look.
Conceal play by Kekadot.
Oh, Sensui's the target.
Oh.
That is perfect. But
Nets.
Down Eman.
That's what they needed.
After so
But
many
H2O
minutes,
still takes
and
Lord.
Onyx, they come out with 5 people ahead and a Lord to boot, and they send RSG running.
Lord
No.
went to H2 though. Lord went to H2.
Exactly.
And with that, there's a scramble. The map belongs clearly to Onyx PH, but RSG Slate are still here. They have their Highland defense. Lord's going to be spawning in about 5 seconds. Could this defense last? Can they do it? There's a feathered airstrike. Lord marches down to bottom lane. You can still breathe. You can still breathe, Raiders.
You can
This
still
one's
breathe.
over.
He's got it. He's still got a lot of that wave clear.
Match
So
ain't over.
even with 5 men up present here for Onyx, it's very difficult to make a push happen.
Yeah, and now it's a reset. Oh, I smell game number 1 happening all over again.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Count them down, boys.
Count it down. Looking at the items right now. Marksman neck and neck. The Mages, though, a slight lead here for Exort, but not by that much. So
Going into
almost
Crystal right now for
next
Super
item
Friends.
fully built here by Super Friends. I'm looking to see
Almost,
if there
I
will
mean,
actually
build
be
almost
some
exactly the
items
same.
built here for Exort because I'd want to see him
We do
pick
see
up
Nats
a
pick up the
wizard
blade
on
armor.
just so that if ever he gets caught
Helps
out
a
in
little bit.
position, and then when it's done, he can flicker, then maybe ultimate, then have a chance to potentially turn it around if he can land the combo.
Look at this tight formation by Onyx PH. They know that this is how they beat the Melissa. They know that if they engage first and they force Nats to overcommit and then pick him off, start there, they know that it's not worth it for RSG Slate PH. Where does RSG Slate PH place themselves? Because again, the key so far, we've learned this in game 1, is for Light to find that magic bush. For Light to find that
The
angle
magic bush.
and then start there.
Y'all ever
How
find the
does
magic
that
bush before?
That's actually the biggest question, because right now, if you, for example, in that last team fight, Lord fight rather, Sensui was the target. He was
What
basically
time is it?
After
Not an
they
Onyx
took
joke.
out- they
It's
took out
Onyx
on
time, bro.
Nets finally finds Eman.
How can you expect me not to bite that bait?
Oh, this might be it. Look at this.
It's
Let's see if they light.
12:05
The
a.m.
target, light, show it up.
Look at
There
the
is
back.
no
We're
press
12
on
hours
Nets.
behind
Another
Indo,
teammate on the
13
side,
hours
on the
behind
side. Look
PH.
at Nats and H2. It's a free-man collapse straight into the Beatrix, but he's still alive for some reason. He goes down finally.
Nets does go
It's a
down.
shutdown. Can't
1
get
for
out
1.
slow. Superfit's in trouble. The chase is on. Ammon's alive. No marksman on the side of Onyx. RSG, they could have found an opening.
Oh! They're not
Can't do
done.
it. You gotta make a run for it. You got Emo, but I don't think that's gonna serve a purpose right now, as you are surrounded by
Yeah, it's too much.
RSG.
It's too much.
As much
Onyx knows they
time
can't
as
do
he
it.
can for his teammates.
2 for 1 so far, and RSG Slate have found the angle. They're 2K ahead.
RSG
but how can they
2-0.
capitalize?
It's near
That's sad, bro.
miraculous that RSG Slate survived that. Now they just need to get the Lord. Now Onyx just needs to buy.
That's
their
kinda
time
sad.
because it's way too risky if they contest this. RSG finding that turnaround. Nats picked up a key item here, the immortality. We talked about the concept of Nats as a trade factor, as a trade value going down.
Bro, he's
Without an
6-1 and 5,
immortality
bro.
up, he has a second chance, meaning that he might just be able to make Onyx.
Nets is 8-2 and 1 though. Like, both marksmen are stacked out at this point.
Side of RSG Slate, Onyx need to find Exort and Eman yet again, but from such a position where it's RSG knocking on your doorstep, the window of that is quite small.
And just like that, the tables have turned. It's RSG now who's sitting on a very comfortable 4.5 thousand gold lead. 18 minutes, 30 seconds in.
It's all about who can keep their
Lord Nay.
who can keep their marksmen in a better position and alive longer.
Bottom lane, and RSG Slate PH are about to collapse in. They're
Who
leaving
can
that
melt down the
top.
front line
Beautiful play
first?
Here, Light. He has been able to capitalize so much on the
Oh.
assassinations here, but the damage
A lot of
from
damage
Eman,
on
look at
Nets.
that.
Oh.
How do you touch? How do you get near this guy? Right now, the Lord is just unstoppable alongside Eman. They take out an inhibitor turret on bottom.
That's permanent damage.
I watched Bren versus
Onyx
Echo.
have to constantly tend to that lower.
Wasn't that
lane,
yesterday? That was
bottom
day
lane
2?
Penetrated by RSG PH. Now just feathering over.
That was day
5,000
2,
gold
right?
Ahead. It's so difficult to be Onyx PH right now.
That's right. And RSG, though, they did show their cards. We saw in the last Lord fight.
Echo 2-0
that
them, bro.
basically what happened here is that
Didn't they?
Nats, alongside everyone, H2, they all chased down on the just Nets.
Yeah, it's incredibly.
the play.
It's incredibly risky.
Echo's
but
2-0 on everybody.
Onyx can do- Oh, light!
They found Gigadot.
There
The
it is.
Gigadot initiation is
They're trying.
nowhere to be found, and the damage is real.
Not
to the
enough
back
damage.
line.
That's it. That's it. GG's. GG's. GG's.
They want to finish it, but I
GG's.
don't think they can.
Oh no!
Nets can't do anything.
Just like that. 3-4,
Mania.
4-4. Nets left. Can he do it?
Can Eman
It's always
get it?
Nets. It's always just Nets.
Waiting for the savage.
Ooh,
Snipe
sidestep.
misses. Oh my god, the minions are the question. And that's it.
That's
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen,
GG's.
RSG Slate
Oh.
Philippines have swept Onyx.
Yeah, Echo 2-0 them, bro. I watched it.
What a game! And indeed, they were slated to win
Echo's
their
cleaning
first
house,
series
bro.
of the season against an Onyx PH squad who came out victorious yesterday. Hugs all around. That was only their first series, but you can see the relief in their eyes, in their body. That was a war they went through, and they come out victorious.
They
This looks like it might be a
definitely
2-0 as well.
They showed a very tight play there, right? They showed that
The draft, and we're seeing current bans. It's the Kadita and the Kaja for Bren Esports. That much we can say. And here in the opening week of MPL Philippines Season 11, Coach Ducky is still out. So it's Coach Bren who's taking the reins.
I like the first ban Kajas whenever these
Explain me
teams come
now.
out. That means that they're expecting or they're heavily drafting towards someone who is very mobile, most likely in the jungle, most likely.
I don't know. RSG just look good. I'm excited to see how they continue to play. Maybe we see RSG do well again this spring.
Possibilities of a link. You don't want to play a link with a Kaja around, right? Heroes like that will land.
I got a feeling, though, Echo just stomps.
Especially these Joys, but unfortunately will be banned out.
Yeah,
They continue to play the way they're playing.
Sports again, going back to the shared key to victory of taking away heroes or making sure that you control
I think Echo
the
takes
middle
this
portions
season.
of the map, the river, the jungle. They take away 3 heroes that do just that very well: the Karita, the Kaja, and the Eve. And with that,
Bren versus
they
Omega.
pick up the flap
Both teams down right now.
as their first pick.
Omega does have a point, though, on the board. They went 2-1 against Onyx. So they're doing a little better in the standings than Bren. This game's important for Bren, right? They need to...
Like Omega has read into that, and they're picking anchors in the mid lane and in the jungle. But again, they can still flex this. We have seen Renzio play the Fredrin since yesterday, and now what's Omega gonna do here once Bren...
That's actually the only game I haven't watched.
I actually want to talk about that a little bit.
Game 2 of day 1.
If you put Fredrin,
I did not watch that.
I feel like
The
it's
TNC and
hard
NXP game is the only
compared to a Fredrin jungle.
match I haven't watched, bro.
You're not as, I'd say...
So active.
I'm probably not going to go back and watch it. I heard about it. It was like
it's second to none. Whenever you want to take turns,
Xylong Gold Lane or some shit. Xylong got picked.
Yeah, S tier definitely in terms of jungle picks. And Fredrin in the XP
Yeah.
lane, that's why any team that picks Fredrin early on want to think about the flexible options for it. Because if you're going into a draft and thinking, okay, we're going to play Fredrin in the XP lane, you might get punished. High chance you're going to
Abdul Ramsey, what's up, bro?
Second phase. Now, the second picks here for Bren Esports, they get a comfort pick in Kyle Teasy with the Hayabusa. And of course, with Eve gone, Bren Esports pick up one of the top 1 option shared in positioning there alongside Eve the Farsa with being able to control the fight. And we saw in the previous series just how much a Farsa can do for a team if a team that it's up against doesn't have any tools to go up against it. So will Omega think about picking up something like a Yuzong this early on to go straight for that Farsa even?
There's an odd absence of Faramis. The answer to the glue is still out there, but neither team oblige. Instead, they're going to secure their gold laner, and this puts Bren
It's a boring game. No need to watch.
Is Omega going to attack that gold laner? Are they going to take out the Brody? Are they going to take out the Beatrix?
That seems to be the more logical option. So you want to be able to extend or buff up.
Hayabusa
what
keeps
Keller
getting picked
can
up,
do
but
with
it's not.
Claude.
It hasn't.
I love it when you take out Beatrix. Just stop that sniper.
I don't know, man.
capabilities, Let the Claude farm close range.
I don't
and then
know.
You can kind of just play around your draft from there.
Yeah, if I'm Omega, I would rather not give the Brody. They're still also going up against the Farsa. But Smart Omega, they did their homework. They saw that yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Super Marco.
I
played
just
Nathan
don't know.
Pence. Nathan is actually a comfort pick of Super Marco. He was able to reach top global with that hero. So even though they didn't get a win, they're still respecting the hell out of it.
Yeah, personally, I hate Nathan's right now in the ranked games. They're destroying you with laser precision. The attack speed on that hero right now and the damage he can do is just disgusting.
Even if you do build a Radiant armor, I wouldn't say I'm confident facing off against a Nathan, despite him having now better magic growth, better built as a magic
Omega picked
marksman.
was it Bren or Omega that picked up the Nathan twice?
Well Nico plays that
Twice in a
Ruby,
row.
Again, as a momentum breaker, and again, when it comes down to these river
It was Bren
engages,
against
you don't wanna
Echo.
get caught out by an I'm offended. So
They picked
good
some
call
really
there from
weird
Coach
stuff.
Bren.
Yeah, it would definitely.
They picked
put
the
options to
Edith,
Hayabusa at
the
same time.
Nathan.
quick flicker forward to interrupt the.
In
far
game
side, they
one.
can find it. So they're willing to give up the Brody. They ban the carry instead. So it looks like Smart Omega might be looking more into front-loading the front line with really tanky presences. But at the same time, if we go back, before carry was the in thing, there was Super Marco in MPL Philippines Season 10, where at one point near the end of the regular season, even week 6, week 7, he was still undefeated in carry. I believe it was a 6-0 or 7-0 stat line in games for Super Marco.
That's correct. So they front-loaded, they removed all of the marksmen except for the marksmen that we thought would be their priority ban. So that is so interesting, right?
That's basically Coach Etomax and Coach Pacbet saying, you know what, we'd rather deal with the Brody. That's something that we practice against. That's what's in the meta right now. And they asked Keller, I'm sure, Grant, you okay with this? Dwayne, you okay with this? And he said, you know, Filipino Savage, I'm fine, man.
Filipino Savage, I'm fine, man.
Not a quote, though. Don't quote me on that, but likely.
Yeah, those are possible mic checks, if you may, that are happening probably right there. And you can see them. Confidence is the key here. Keller still has that in spades, obviously. But in order to do stuff that he's been doing as a Filipino Savage, you need heavy front line. And that is why, apparently, it's Ryzen on the Fredrin. And that's a Lapu going over to Renzio.
Very good pickup there for Smart Omega. It should give Renjo an edge over Flap TZ on the glue. However, before the season started, there were some games where we got to see Flap TZ actually, strangely enough, and it's a very difficult thing to do.
What are we going to see? Beatrix?
The Lapu in rotation.
Beatrix
and
open.
And even just stand toe-to-toe with him on lane.
Yeah, we see
Or
the Beatrix, right?
reduce the inherent advantage of Lapu where you barely saw it. Like, if you're really looking at the game closely, you'll see it.
Maybe
So
maybe
let's see
Mage?
if Flap TZ can mimic that, but now Ogun picks up the Kufra,
Beatrix, yeah.
and they ran it out with a Beatrix. So very solid, well-rounded draft here. And I like this idea of the Kufra pickup because, of course, with the Lapu
Fanny's banned, bro.
The Claude as well. It
Oh,
would mean the
let's
Kufra
go,
can stop
Miko.
it, but now Miko gets the Hilda, and this is not good news for the Hayabusa.
This is going to be bad for
On a
Bren.
fundamental level, Omega
On
has
paper, yeah.
drafted amazingly. But I think it's Wami who saw this coming, all right? A majority of us here at the talent pool have decided that this might be Bren's day. That was our smart power prediction. At some point in the game, a poll will show up and you will have only until the timer runs out to comment your prediction with the hashtag Power of Smart. One lucky person who guessed correctly will win a redeemable in-game code. Remember, keep an eye out for the poll. I am loving Omega's draft. I'm here for it.
That's right. Also, it's very rare on the other side for a team to pick up a
All right.
Kufra without countering any specific mobile hero.
After this game, after this series, we're all caught up,
I
guys.
think
We're all
they
caught up.
picked it because of not how it counters anyone, but how it stops what Omega's trying to do.
Then we just have to watch
saw it
MPL
during
ID
lap.
throughout the
Yeah,
week.
As soon as the Valentina and the Fred showed up, you and I spoke about this. Renmar not in agreement. Yeah, no, they want to pummel through Bren Esports. Now,
Because
what
we haven't
the
watched
Kufra
any
does
ID.
is- and I'm speaking as a Fredrin jungler player. I
here you go.
I play a lot of rap games like this. It's miserable. As a Fredrin, when you walk into the bouncing ball, you're like, how do I do this? What now?
How do I do
dash.
this?
Exactly.
Can't
Yeah.
dash. How do I get out? You get trapped there, so it could just be difficult. Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right,
Little JJK promotion?
teleporting.
back in the action.
Back in the action, here we are now. So, yeah, we're going to be looking for that, those interactions. So, we're actually picking up the tenacity instead this time around to improve his
Bro.
tankiness. I think that adjustment is warranted. He is up against a Hilda.
Yeah, they seem to be quite happy and quite comfortable here on the invade here. And oh man, Miko on the.
Is there ongoing tournament NA? There will be.
Oh,
It's gonna be
Not
hell.
yet.
Look at that. Ryzen actually quite
Comes in
low.
like a month.
Flap TZ
Or no,
and
comes in
Ogun,
like 2
they're
weeks.
Trying to go for it despite no
me check
one
again.
actually being present to go for that.
What the
DPS.
schedule is?
Interesting decisions there. Going
It either comes
by
on the
Miko
weekend.
Flap
It
TZ
starts on the
does
weekend
not
of the
have
12th.
the, shadow kill.
I think it starts on the weekend of the 12th.
Now, let's see how well Ogun can do in terms of protecting his backline. Of course, we think of Kufra as the initiators, but right now he's driven low.
All right, you want to go for something here, but again, Bren quite seems to be ready for the Miko invades that you actually see even before the game starts. You can already imagine it. You can picture it.
despite the less than ideal start for Omega's Hilda, right? Didn't spot out the Hayabusa to begin with. it eventually corrected itself. Kyle TZ is down a level compared to Ryzen. So this is where we should expect the matchup to be 2 minutes in when you have a Hilda going up against an assassin jungler.
Yeah, now with the first turtle up, Flap TZ gets pushed back. So Omega are going to be a man up unless Flap TZ will actually just hold on there in the bottom lane. Mid lane, though.
Oh, so
Oh.
might be in trouble here. Will be forced to use
Oh.
the flicker to get out and get to safety. But that opens up the rest of the team to take out that turtle.
Free as it gets. Again, Ryzen had 0 contestation there, no resistance from Bren Esports, despite that close call in mid.
Yeah, they understood the timings of the Hayabusa, the purple buff was just coming up, and that Kyle TZ would prioritize it. They already knew the Flap TZ also was pushed back, and it was Renjo in the lead, so Omega got that without a problem, and Bren played it safe.
Look at this, Omega. They're just so happy to go for the invades. So much confidence in Miko right now, who is maximizing that shielding that you get from the power of the wilderness. So far, so good here for Omega. They really are milking everything that they can out of this Hilda.
3 minutes in, the story so far between the Barangay and the Hive is you get nothing, sir. If this extends into the last turtle, then I say even maybe the first Lord, where's Bren to find gold? Where's Bren to find farm?
Yeah, they're going to have to help out Super Marco a bit more out now, but Stone's the first one up here.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a back off here. I was just thinking
All
about
right.
what you said, man. Bren has very farm-dependent heroes, that gold lane and that jungle.
I need to see something
so
real
as long
quick,
as Omega
guys.
just keeps doing this, they seem to be good to go.
Yeah, I'm looking at Few now as one of the other heroes that just need to stay alive as long as possible because this Farsa, paired up with this Kufra, they might be the ones to just keep things level somewhat. Of course, right now, as it looks, Omega will have the lead, but make sure the Farsa stays alive, deals damage, stop, clears waves in the middle. Again, control the mid. Should make things okay for Bren.
And it's that concept, if you're scaling, right? As long as you're not losing that bad, you'll eventually get there.
Yeah, I like what Super Marco's doing at least. Every little bit counts. Every little bit of gold that you can eke out without taking a team fight, you take it. At least he's getting some growth there, but obviously Omega is going to be miles ahead, despite what looks to be
What's 14
a
divided
small
by
lead
3,
there.
guys?
Look at this, the omnipresent threat of Stome here on the Valentina.
Yeah, there's going to be another turtle up and another free one there for Omega. Members of Bren Esports, actually it shows the nice adjustment and unselfish nature of Kyle TZ, allowing Super Marco to get his little camps there off on the side, that little lizard from time to time, because he knows, all right, I've already fallen off Super Marco, let's expedite your farm.
And that's something that we should watch out for. If this gambit, this decision by Bren Esports to just allow Super Marco to eventually farm up, it's going to be a tough early game. That XP lane, dead lane. There's nothing there. Turtles, don't even think about it. Will it eventually get to the point where Super Marco will be enough? That investment will be enough for Bren to get on the board.
Yeah, at the very least, Bren, they're trying to get as much money in the bank whenever they can, even in that mid lane, so they're not trailing by a lot. And that gold is just very
It's 4.6.
5 minutes in, not a single death. This is a pacifist run for Bren and Omega.
Yeah, the most pacifist game I've ever seen, actually.
Yeah, and you
so
don't
far.
really expect that from these two teams, so hold up though.
Oh, look at that.
Oh!
Huge knock up on 2 people there. That Kufra is paying itself out in dividends, and that is first
Bren
blood
doing
with
work,
2
Bren doing
kills
work.
in favor of Bren Esports.
Oh, Master Blaster Ogwin. Just in time. It was like the picture perfect timing. I'm going to help out my gold later. Oh, hey, I caught 2.
They were like on a synchronized, what do you call that?
Oh!
Again, one more time! One more time here for Master
GG's.
Ogwin.
He's
GG's.
not done. Ladies and gentlemen, we were not waiting for a late game investment. They were just waiting for the perfect moment. And Master Ogwin says, now!
Over and over again.
Oh, man, it has Omega going, oh my God, because Ogwin from out of nowhere twice. And that's what you also have to watch out for the Kufra, where if he doesn't have to worry about peeling and defensive maneuvers, he's going to be aggressive and strike from you when you least expect it.
I think the only thing Ogwin was waiting for was maybe that conceal
Yeah.
to get activated on that Kufra, and then he was going to do something.
It's my time to shine.
And it looks like Omega are going to be
Ooh.
struggling
Nice played.
this time around
Well
because the
played.
Hilda Gambit didn't work. They didn't keep Kyle TZ down hard enough or long enough. And now these turtles, they couldn't translate into
2-0.
actual combat acuity.
That was a pretty big punish. That Hilda was all that Omega was using to get these objectives, and now that is gone for the meantime. But
beautiful
still,
pull.
we'll be facing off with the feathered airstrike of Few as well on the other side.
Bren is playing clean.
Forcing Omega to back off, and finally, Bren might be on to their own turtle.
Ooh, bees are breathing a little less heavy now as a string of sequences find them with their first turtle of the game, ensuring that Omega doesn't get all three. And it goes to show the difference of what happens when FlapTZ is able to get into the turtle in time, because he doesn't have to worry so much about Renjo, and if Bren Esports rotate together.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't know, because Kelra's like is so good.
Advantage for Bren Esports. Looks like Miko.
I do kind of want to see Kelra. I don't know.
Once more.
Well, Bren Esports squad. That was a trio, folding in half their roamer of Omega down in that river. And of course, off camera, a 1v1 kill by Super Marco on Kelra. I wonder what happened there.
An impressive one at that. They just caught each other in a scenario where they just both decided to duel it. But looking at the health at the end of that fight, Super Marco won that comfortably. Kelra with his first death of the game, and now it's going to be Omega having to crawl back.
Ogwen trying to get something done once more on the side of Omega's jungle. Of course, Omega not really obliged to go and initiate with him, but will be suffering with a tower loss in the middle instead.
This is difficult for Omega. From taking the buffs away from Kyle TZ to actually hiding in bushes, threatening kills, now it's Ryzen who's struggling to keep even his own purple.
Yeah, and we go back again to the idea of just investing everything into Super Marco. It's not just about the items, it's about how else he can move around the map. The moment that they were able to secure that nice play up top, it's like, all right, I can go down bottom lane now. Alleviates the pressure off of FlapTZ. And since Brent got the lead there, FlapTZ, though, in a bad spot.
They want to go again. Ogwen's initiation, though, will be a little bit more softer this time around, as Omega will have a little bit of an opportunity to go for a chase, but they opt to not go for it instead. Just making sure that Bren kind of respects their fence.
There's a Lord coming up in 10 seconds here, and the ball is clearly in Bren Esports court. Now the question, how does Miko stop Ogwen? Does he pay more attention to where this Kufra is? Because there's that shock value. I mean, the difference between the Hilda and the Kufra, now we're seeing it, and it's clear that Bren Esports, it's happening now. This is the victory. This is the keys to victory.
Yeah.
Oh,
for Kyle TZ to go for Kelra.
Nice hit from Marco.
They do take Miko once more.
That's it. GG's, man. 7-0. 7-0.
Yep.
Man advantage for Bren Esports here as they go ahead and try to take down the Lord. They're making quick work of it, Mo.
Oh, Kyle TZ. That was a bit
I don't know. Bren played
really
some weird composition.
Trending a little bit here, and Omega took the bait.
I really think Echo is just going to dominate this season, like really hard, bro.
That will result to Bren taking
really hard.
Number one.
One of the most impressive and swiftest turnarounds in an early game disadvantage that I've seen in recent.
I think they're going to go from being world champs to season 11 champs.
You want to win like Bren, scan the QR code to redeem some awesome prizes, but right now Bren is just winning everything.
Honestly, if they keep on rolling and they use the same roster for MSC as well,
from his lane,
like,
I don't think Omega expected that
they could have one of the biggest runs we've. I believe it could happen. Unless there's, I mean, of course, with the changes coming in, like patch notes, things like that can happen. That can switch things up.
The fact that the Kufra bouncing ball is stopping the advances of Omega. It's more of that surprise factor.
But like, the possibility is there for them to have like one of the greatest runs in a year of MLBB history. Like, I could see them winning this, winning MSC, and just like keeping it rolling, bro. I could see it.
Gwen with a tire rage jumping straight into Ryzen. He's low, but
Super Marco with a nice dash. That was a nice dash.
Assassinated at the back by Kyle TZ.
And Flap just walks away. Can Omega finish it up?
Oh, they're trying really hard, though, but they will be able to get one. So that is 2 down for Bren Esports. Still a 5K goal lead for the Bees, though.
Yeah, and great call by Bren Esports to push the envelope there, because even though Flap and TZ and Ogwen It looked like an initial, hey man.
I didn't know
let's go
Brenny
with
Sports were called the
progressive, but they
Bees.
got the job done. They got Kelra, and that happened right after Kyle Teasy got to full build that BOD.
Like the Hive.
So
I didn't know that.
Ogwen goes in,
I didn't
sets
know that
up,
was like
Omega will answer,
nickname
Kelra
for
will
them.
try to enter, but Kyle Teasy was
And their
ready to
fans
dive
and
straight
everything,
into
you
the
know?
back line.
And for Brenny Sports, you're happy with that. That's all you needed. Despite it becoming a 2-for-1 trade, that's one of the few things that Omega is actually holding out for. I was about to say, hey, at least Kelra hasn't died much yet. But now, given the situation, you're down 5K, you're Kelra, you're killed twice, and even Kyle Teasy, just Kyle Teasy alone coming to the back line might be trouble.
Oh, initiation by Ogwen will be missing out on the wall, but Miko will be able to survive because of that. So for Marco, great micro here. And Kyle Teasy, I think Omega expected
Few
if
finds
they move
Renzio.
up, they save Kelra, but they lose Renzio.
Oh, that looked really good for Omega for a moment, but the presence of Kyle Teasy diving straight into the backline onto Ryzen, Miko, and Kelra meant that they could no longer help Renjo. What was supposed to be a good play for Omega turned out to be a fantastic counter by Bren Esports.
If we know Omega, and boy do we, they've been here quite a while, we know that it's at this precipice in the matchup, 13 minutes in, they're down 6K, 7 kills away, an inhibitor threatened to be taken down by Bren. They're putting all their eggs in Kelra. That's what's going on in Omega's mind right now. The barangay is hoping, Kelra, Filipino Savage, come on, it's up to you.
And of course, the star player being hunted down over and over again by Kyle Teasy, one of the prodigies from Bren Esports.
Whoop.
And as you can see, every time that shadow kill is up, he's gonna use it. You know it.
Yeah, it's a great deterring tool. Bren Esports has Omega.
Echo, Bren
contesting
top
floor.
2. I would
They
rank
have to
RSG in the
strike.
top
This
3
board is
easily if
quite
Demon
low.
Kite and
Kyle
Aqua were
Teasy
playing.
will secure it with a retribution, and
Yeah.
the fight goes on. Look at Ogwen.
I don't know.
Really,
Even without
really
Demon Kite and
focusing
stuff,
down
they
on
look
Ryzen.
good.
With Flap Teasy, even uses the grab
In their
right,
last
split,
game.
Split everything. Going up to the right targets. Flap's low, but look at that. Ogwen still gonna go and
someone with
jump
a
in.
nice
Super
flicker.
Marco will be hit by one feathered airstrike and forced to back up.
Omega have been scrambled. They have lost targets across the map. They have lost the major objective. And Renzio and Ryzen fall. Bren Sports are looking to finish this. Top lane is in trouble.
8.6K. 9K gold lead.
11 for the Hayabusa. Not even close to breaking 8,000 for the Fredrin. It has been a difficult game for Ryzen. Ogwen again.
Oh, Miko's down.
Man, Ogwen's got
I think that's
it in
GG's.
for Miko. You ain't doing anything, pal.
That might be
I'll win you
GG's
every
right
step
here.
of the way. You can't help Omega push this win.
Oh!
Oh, Kyle Teasy.
Yeah, GG's,
with a
GG's.
flourish
Over.
on the back.
It's
Cleans
done.
it up, and that should be it.
Omega are 3 men down against Bren Sports' 6. Ladies and gentlemen, that's game 1 going over to Bren Sports.
All right, guys. I can't watch the last game live.
Absolutely
I gotta call it.
Monstrous.
I gotta call it, guys.
And response. Omega made Bren and their jungle struggle early on, but they adjusted and just dominated.
Thank you all
the
for
majority
watching.
of
Some
the game
things came up.
afterwards.
You gotta commend Bren.
Oh, look, there's
Esports.
Nice
They
in the
did
chat.
not let that slow early.
Much love. My guess is Bren wins this 2-0. Throughout the week, we're going to try to catch up on an MPL ID, but we're officially caught up on MPL PH. So I'm happy. Guys. I'm happy. Good night, guys. Have a good one. See you later. Trex out.